Good morning, everyone. I'm like a minute or two late. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit hungover. Last night just required adult beverages and a 420 gummy. It just is what it is. Um, oh, my alarm is going off. Sorry. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Um, I'm ready for 2020 to be over. I would like to go back. I don't wanna be here anymore. I'm struggling majorly. Anyway, before we get into all that, just by way of reminder, this video is being filmed live or recorded live using Nomad Internet. The link for it is down in the description box, and I have a coupon code CrystalVanner25 you can use for your own service. Hopefully, you guys can see this. I have a light right here. Hopefully, the sound is okay. Anyway, um, where to begin? Like so much. Where to begin? Where to start? I don't even know where to start. Um, it's so much shite. So much shite. Good morning to everyone who's actually on the live this morning. 36 of you. Good morning to you. I have no words for all that is happening. I mean, 2020 started out as a dumpster trash fire, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And yesterday's death of Chadwick Boseman is just like, I'm done. I can't anymore. I cannot anymore. I have nothing left for 2020. I have nothing left. I'm so over it. I am done. Beyond done. And I know we don't talk about politics here because it gets me in trouble, but I fear that not too many changes are going to happen in that area. I feel like we got I think we got another 4 of this. I can't. Anyway, I would like to find something positive, but it's been very hard. Good morning, everybody. It's very hard to find light at the end of the tunnel, silver in the lining. There's, what is it? Silver in every cloud. What is it? Silver lining in every cloud. I can't find the good. I can't. It's funny because I've been holding this question that was emailed to me. I've been holding it for Mental Health Monday. And it's almost like the question couldn't have been more perfectly timed for what I'm feeling right now. So this Mental Health Monday will be a bit of a revelation for some of you. I'm gonna try not to put too much of my answer to that question in this video, but it's how I'm feeling right now. At the time I got the question, I had a whole nother answer prepared, but now that's not the case. Too much is going on right now. Too much. Yeah. If you have a question, I appreciate all your, I'm not ignoring all of your well wishes and all of your, I see them. Thank you. Thank you guys for your well wishes and your kind words while I am grieving. Um, I'm still like numb from it, in shock from it. And I think I'm mostly mad at myself as well. So I think I'm not just grieving the loss, but I'm also upset with myself. And there's anger at myself. Okay, I wasn't going to talk about this, so I really wasn't. Anyway, so yeah, I think some of the tears are tears of anger at myself for not remaining in touch and not knowing. Anyway, sorry, that's an alert. The cricket alert. Um, yeah. Anyway, I don't really want to talk about that. I said what I said elsewhere, and if you saw that, then you heard everything I wanted to say. I chose not to put that on this platform. I don't know why. I just didn't. I could have done that. I could have shared that yesterday instead of taking a break. I could have just shared that. But I don't know, I felt like where I put it was the appropriate place to put it. So that's what I did. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then it's okay. That's not for everyone, so it's okay. Um, what can we do? I'm hoping that some of you join me in a couple of weeks because I did postpone. Apparently, a couple people did not get the postpone notification and they went to New Generation Farm Park anyway. And that is wonderful. I hope you guys had a great time or are having a great time. So September 11th, 12th, and 13th will be the Vanner Fanner family meetup. So I postponed it. All of the same things apply, just the dates have changed. So go back and watch those camp etiquette, especially that one. Watch that video. You can come for 1 day, 2 days, all 3 days. That's fine. Oh, excuse me. I am extremely tired. I don't think I'm going to do a separate video. Maybe I will do one for tomorrow, going over the details. Maybe I will do that because not everybody watches these live replays, and that's cool. I get it. I honestly don't even think this is going to be a very long one today because I'm just mentally exhausted and drained. Honestly, I wish you guys would ask a question so I could stop thinking about the other things in my head and just answer your question. So I'm giving all 72 of you a task. Please ask me a question on this live so that I can answer it and get out of my own head right now. Make sure you put your emoji and put your question in all caps. That's the best way for me to, excuse me, see it. For the 73 of you watching, I know many of you are lurking. Most of you lurk. I recognize the same names on lives, every live, Freaky Friday lives, random lives, Saturday morning lives. I'll recognize the same names over and over and over, which is why they have a wrench, because they are active participants. And they're active in the comment section of videos, and they're active on the lives, and so they have gotten themselves a wrench to help me moderate or be an admin. So there's that. But if you have a question, I'm gonna go back and see if I missed any. I don't think I did. I don't remember any questions popping up. No questions. Jeeves Wilson wants to know why no politics. Is it too draining? Because politics gets me in trouble with subscribers because our political agendas or affiliations don't align properly. I have a huge religious following, and I'm cool with that. I don't talk religion either. I have a lot of subscribers that are, part of a religious belief system that I am not. And so it's best that I don't talk about politics or religion on this channel. One, I don't want people to feel some kind of way. Two, it's not worth the arguments because people are going to believe what they believe and hold fast to what they hold fast to. And I'm not here to change people's opinions or minds. And some people don't know how to just share and agree to disagree on things. And it's gotten me into trouble before. I've lost hundreds of subscribers in the past for sharing my political or religious beliefs. And it's just best that I don't do that. I've also recently added family to that. I don't speak on family matters very much. They're in the old videos, but you don't see much in the new videos. Because again, it gets me in trouble. So I stopped doing that at the end of last year. So it's your anniversary, Auntie Catherine, isn't that right? Yeah, so speaking of anniversaries, my vanniversary came and went, and I didn't do anything nor acknowledged it on any social media, which was the 27th of 5 years of living in a vehicle. That was supposed to be celebrated this weekend at the original meetup date. But so much happened this week that it wasn't even acknowledged, and I don't care. It is what it is. But happy anniversary, Auntie Catherine and Uncle Homer. Two of the most wonderful, sweetest people that I've met in this lifestyle. You guys kind of adopted me as your niece, and I appreciate it. You take care of me. You've helped me a lot. Just the random texts Auntie Catherine drops when she knows I'm feeling some sort of way, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for adding me into your hearts and your life. 42 years is a long time. Not too many people can say that. So that's pretty cool. Love you guys. There's a bird outside my window. It's the same bird that sits on my side mirror almost every morning. So if you hear that bird, that's who it is. It's my little friend. Patricia wants to know what the weather is like here. Laura just left and is headed that way. Now 2 more storms are headed this way. Look, we had a storm last night. The thunder, like I felt like it was right on top of us. It was so loud for a little while, but then it passed rather quickly. It is still raining this morning, but just a drizzle, not a heavy rain like it was last night. Um, yeah. So yeah, it's we're getting the rain. We're not getting much of anything else. We're getting a lot of rain, which really sucks because, I have solar. It's just, yeah. I think that's the same bird that accidentally flew into my van. So I had a bird in here, and I think it's the same one. Kelly wants to know, did I end up catching fish during my Tennessee trip? No, did not catch any fish on my Tennessee trip um, a couple of weeks ago. And we weren't out there for very long. Um, so, but I did have dinner cooked for me, which included salmon. So after that, I had dinner cooked for me, which included fish, which was really nice. Um, Morpheus Bell says, I'm in North Carolina, not at the campground, but the weather is nice here. Yeah, we got a storm last night and it's still raining and cloudy here where I am, just outside Winston-Salem. So, yeah, every part is different. I did talk to the owner of the campground last night when he told me that a couple people had came, and at that point they hadn't gotten the storm yet, but I think it was due there today. So, I mean, I kind of hope all in all they don't get it. I wouldn't have been no good even without the weather that was expected. I would not have been any good with the way my week has been. I wouldn't have been very good company. Um, all right, holding down the questions. I see you. um, I know you only use a few seasonings. What do you use TJ's 21 season salute on? I really don't use, I haven't cooked, guys, in forever. When I tell you I haven't cooked in forever, I haven't cooked in forever. I've been living off of fruit basically and salad kits. That's it. Um, it's too hot to cook. I don't want to cook. I'm overcooking, especially this time of year. I rarely cook. But I find now that I don't use very much seasoning when cooking, and I know, gasp, shock, the horror of it all with my skin folk, because we love our seasonings. I get it, I know. But the more closer to veganism and 100% plant-based I get, the less seasoning I use, because I want to taste the actual flavor of the food that I'm eating. So, and because I don't eat a lot of meat, which is usually what you have to season a lot, I don't really require all those seasonings. I want to taste my vegetables. I want my vegetables to taste the way they're supposed to taste. A pinch of maybe a 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's, and maybe a pinch of the everything but the bagel seasoning. Those are the only two seasons I have, along with turmeric. That's it. Those are the 3 seasonings I have. I don't buy any other seasonings. So the Trader Joe's 21 season salute, and the Trader Joe's everything but the bagel, and then Trader Joe's turmeric. That's it. Those are my 3 seasonings. And I tend to only use them if I'm having like the Beyond Burger meat. That's what I put it in, and just literally a pinch of each. A little bit more turmeric than the other two, but literally like a little pinch of each of those, and a bunch of turmeric is what I use for that Beyond meat. And I prefer the Beyond meat because it's soy free, and I've said this a gazillion times. Soy is not good for anyone really, but especially people of color, and especially women of color. It's just not good. It contributes to and feeds lots of different kinds of cancers within our bodies. So I try to avoid soy. Maybe once or twice a year I'll have something soy. But yeah, I try to avoid it. For a little while I was kind of eating that Burger King what is it? Impossible Whopper. Yeah, don't do it. It actually doesn't even taste that great. But when I was in Northern Virginia, that's all we had. We didn't have the what do you call it? We didn't have um or at least our Hardee's there didn't have the Beyond Burger. The ones that I found didn't have it. So maybe they do now, I don't know. When I was there they didn't. So yeah, it's I rarely use seasoning anymore. I don't really cook my vegetables much. I prefer bye Jeeves. I prefer my vegetables raw, honestly. There are some things you want cooked, like, asparagus and stuff like that. I prefer them cooked. And I steam it very little. Like, I still want it to have that Christmas, crisp to it, that crunch, that crispiness. So I don't like it mushy. So yeah. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. That also answered Morpheus's question too, because he asked what the seasoning was that I used from Trader Joe's. So yeah. Yep, that's it. Hey Gwen. No inside van changes before I am going to be cutting this part of the shelf off. I'm putting up an L bracket on this end and cutting this part off because I do hit my head on it and it's in my way when I go to sit up all the way in the bed, because this is the head of my bed and that's the foot of my bed. So I will be cutting this part of the shelf off. I just need to borrow Mr. P's saw. Miss K, can you ask Mr. P to leave me the saw on Tuesday? Yeah, I need to eventually invest in a what is that saw called? A reciprocating saw? What is that one called? The one that has the flat piece and the little saw piece that goes up and down in it. Is that a reciprocating saw? I don't know what it's called. It's the one that has the flat plate and the one saw piece that goes in and out. And you don't really push it, you just kind of let it. I think that's called a reciprocating saw. I don't know. Anyway. So, Eileen is asking, I guess, a question for the group. Anybody else's phone getting hot after 15 minutes or so? How many phones have you gone through in 5 years? I don't have that issue with my phone. I don't think I've ever had that issue with a phone. The phone that I have currently, I've always had, since starting my channel, I want to say maybe the first year of my channel is when I had a actual Sprint plan. And then after that, my plan ended, and then I went and took the phone that I was using and went over to prepaid. The first prepaid plan I had for like a year, I think it was the Walmart one, Smart Talk, I think it was. I had that for like a year and a half-ish. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. And then moved over to Cricket, who I've been with since then. This is my so I brought over my Galaxy Note 2 phone to Cricket. Then I got the LG Stylo, then the Stylo 2, and then this phone. So I've had 4 different phones on the Cricket platform. The phone that I currently have is a Motorola G7, I think it is. So I had the Stylo, then I had the Stylo 2. Then I went to get the Stylo 3 and the camera was not good according to all the reviews. And because I do my channel with my phone, I needed a decent camera. So then I got the Motorola Supra something. Yeah. And now when I went, when that phone just completely, the screen was completely, matter of fact, I have it down here in this bag. Hold on, I'll show it to you. So after having that phone for almost 2 years, the screen just completely cracked and everything. Still works. I still use it occasionally today for things, to watch things on as a Wi-Fi only phone. But this whole thing shattered, came off, the whole screen came off, it cracked everything. It's completely, it's completely trashed. But again, sometimes I watch stuff on it as a Wi-Fi only phone, or I'll put it on Wi-Fi and use it as GPS occasionally, or I'll film with it sometimes, you know, because the camera, unfortunately, all those cracks, but the camera didn't get a crack in front of it, so it's pretty cool. So this is the Moto G7 Supra. So yeah, I definitely haven't had any issues with this phone. It doesn't get hot like that. This phone used to get hot when charging, like this time of year. If I had it plugged into the charger on, like, when it gets like 90 and 100 degrees in the van, it would say, you know, not charging, battery overheat or something. I don't have that issue with the current phone. So yeah, and I think it was like 150 bucks. Bye, Miss M. Thanks for jumping on as always. So yeah. Anyway, hope that answers that question about the phone. And I'm sorry that you're having that issue with your phone, because that sucks. Thank you, Rosa. Another question, Kelly. Are you familiar with nighttime or lunar power panels? They work on heat coming from the earth during the night. No, I am not. Not familiar with them. Those kind of panels. They sound expensive. So, hey Eve, girl, you ain't called nobody, you ain't text nobody. I ain't know where the heck you been all this time. And thank you again for helping me start my locks. I appreciate it. Hopefully you're okay. I don't know if you're back in Cali or not. Hit me up off the platform. You have my number. don't message me on Facebook. I don't check that. But definitely appreciate you. I actually had my Egyptian musk on the other day because I needed some smells to lift my spirit, and I was saging, I was incense burning. I put my Egyptian musk on last night. Like, I had a whole vibe going on in this van last night, y'all. I finished up the last of my wine. I took a 420 gummy. I had the music playing. I had sage burning, then incense burning, put the Egyptian musk on. I was like, something has to be better. There was a whole situation in here until about 2 o'clock in the morning. So forgive me, Miss K and Miss V, if y'all heard all that music, but I think I turned it off when I got a phone call. I got a phone call from some really nice friends, a video chat, and that helped alleviate some of the stress. It picked my mood up a little bit, at least for that duration of the call. So thank you guys. I don't know if they're watching, but thank you for that. It was very, very welcomed. So Laura wants to know, how's your fridge working out for you? How's your solar system going? Fridge is good. It is currently at 48. I don't keep my fridge very low. It is pretty packed in there right now, with fruit and, again, salad kit, which I probably need to eat today. That one kit that's in there. And I've got some black grapes in there. I think I have a little bit of yogurt left. I do eat yogurt. That's pretty much, you know, the occasional, although lately I've had a couple pizzas. Thank you, Miss V. Occasionally I have a pizza, veggie pizza. which obviously has cheese on it, and then I do have yogurt because the fermenter, it's good for your gut. It's good for a lot of things. So I'll have that. But what else do I have in there? I have a lot of non-edible things in there that just need to stay cool. I have some creams that I can't let melt because they have shea butter in them and stuff. So I have a small container about this big, which is taking up a good corner of my fridge. No. Taking up a good corner of my fridge with things in it that have nothing to do with actual eating. My 420 gummies are in there. I have two shea butter creams that I bought from a black owned business, which I'll probably talk about very soon in a video because I've been using them. One from one business and one from another. So I'll shout out those black owned businesses if you're so inclined to buy from them. And there was something else in there besides those creams. Yeah. So I have a couple avocados, so I'll probably have the salad kit and the avocado cut up in that today. But the fridge is working well. I do regret not getting the next size up fridge when they offered me to choose from fridges. I thought this would be a good size, but I really feel like I should have got the next size up. I like that this can be a fridge or freezer, but I've only tried the freezer once, and it wasn't that great. It ran way too much. It used up too much energy because that freezer part has to run pretty much constantly to stay frozen. So I just use it as one big fridge. It does have this divider in it. There's a video on this. It has a divider that when you put the divider in, then the dials, the digital display separates, and you can make the two zones function however you want. But I don't have the divider in it. It's one big refrigerator for me. And my solar is okay, except for days like this when it's rainy and cloudy. Obviously, if there's no sun, I'm not getting any power. I haven't even checked it today to see what it looks like. We had sun most of the day yesterday, so it shouldn't be too terribly low. But when we have so many consecutive days of no sun, that's when I start to freak. So I really need someone to help me put a solenoid on this van. I had that on Cardinal. I really miss having that option to just start my car up and let it run for 20 or 30 or 45 minutes to help charge and tap up the house battery. I miss that feature desperately. So I really need to get a solenoid and have someone help me with that. That's something I've never done. If someone would be willing to help me, that'd be cool. They know who they are. I'm just not saying any names, but you know who you are. Specifically who I'm talking to. But yeah. So, uh-huh. Yay, Eve is back in Cali. Her and the Beast made it back. That's her van. Oh, that's so good. I'm so glad. I'm glad you were able to get out here and travel out here and then get all the way back home to Cali. That's so awesome. Good. Kelly wants to know what happens if I get my solar system and there's no sun. What are my options for power? You can get a solenoid like I was talking about so that you can run your vehicle while you're driving or just run it while you're sitting to help top up your house battery. You can get a generator. It would be awesome to have. We kind of, V and I do kind of have a generator. It's in California right now, but I would love to have a smaller, quieter Honda generator. Those things are expensive as all get out. But something comparable to that would be cool for me to have as a backup, something smaller, something quieter that I can run whenever I have days like this and not disturb everybody. That's a goal for later, perhaps. You can go plug in at a KOA for a night or two. They average about 30 to 45 a night, which is cheaper than most hotels. So you can always do that for power on days like this when you just absolutely need power. Yeah, You can get the little GoPro, not the GoPro, geez, the Go Zero, the Yeti, the what's the other one? So many little teeny, all in one things, because those can be charged while you drive. Although I think they take many hours to charge while you're driving, from what I'm understanding. It takes several hours of being plugged into a cigarette lighter for those to charge back up. So if you have a really long drive, obviously plug it in while you're driving. But yeah. What else? Any other question? More people jumping on. Hey, everybody. Hey, Cappy. I don't know why my thing is only showing 13 on my thing. It shows 13. Thumbs up. That's weird. Is the Honda generator solar or gas? I believe it is gas. Those bigger generators. I just want y'all to know, I'm so ate up. I have like 50 bug bites on the back of my shoulders, the back of my elbows from my nature walk. I don't know if you saw that video, but a swarm attacked us, and I'm ate the hell up. And they're not even small bites, they're huge. And I'm trying my best not to scratch them. I've been spraying alcohol all over myself. I can't. I cannot. Anyway, I'm wearing my two Blind Brothers tank top. So this tank top, I'll shout out this company. It's not a black-owned company, but I will share. This tank top was made by two blind brothers. They have a vision condition, and I forgot what this says. It's actual Braille, and it says something, and I can't remember. I had the card at one time, but I don't know where it is. But they have a program where you can shop blind, and it's two blind brothers. That's the name of the website. So I put in whatever the questions they ask you, and you put your size in, what size shirt you wear, I think what size pant you wear, maybe something about colors you like or something. And it's called shopping blind, where they will just choose one item for you, and you choose your price range. They have like 4 different price ranges, like from $0 to $25, from $26 to $40, so on and so forth. You choose your price range, you answer a couple little questions, and they just choose an item for you and send it to you. And they happen to send me this tank top, which I love. It feels so good, this material. Oh my gosh. It feels really good. Anyway, I think I did a post about it on social media, but I don't think I actually ever talked about it on video. So if you want to, and most of the profit goes to trying to find a cure for this ocular condition that they have. Both of them have it. It is hereditary, and it's I know I'm gonna mess this word up. Degenerative, whatever. It's gonna get worse, basically. Forget it. Me and my tongue are not working this morning. So yeah, I don't know how I found them. Just happened to stumble upon them somehow on the internet, and was like, oh, this is pretty cool. There you go. And it was a way for me to give to charity. So there you go. Kind of like a charity. They also hire and provide jobs for people of other abilities, not disabilities, but other abilities as well. And you guys know I worked in special education for many, many years. So Rebecca says Julie Cohen has a question. Okay, Julie, Julie, I didn't see it. Did you put it in all caps? Hi, Estella. Let me go back. Oh, Julie Cohen, when are you going to Arizona? Can I answer that question another day? I'm not ignoring your question. I just feel like it needs its own video. Can you email me that? So I'll remember to do it on a Q&A. Not this Tuesday, because I already have one pulled up for this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, maybe? Can you email me that? And asked me that, so I'll remember to answer it because it needs its own video. It needs a separate video so that no one misses that answer. So I'm not going to ignore you. Stella, I don't know. I don't have a Jackery. I reached out to Jackery to be an affiliate, and because I've seen that they've been sending out their product to other van dwellers to test and try, but I got no reply. So I'm gonna try to not say it's because I don't look like the other people, but perhaps. I don't know. I don't know. Hope that answers your question, Valerie. I didn't see your question. I saw another channel that Jackery sent them a battery to test. Any chance they are sending you one? Did that person look like me? I don't know. I've actually reached out to Jackery twice over the last 2 years. So I don't know. Anywho. 2020 sucks. Okay, it does. Zinc heals quicker. Yeah, I don't have any zinc. So I'm using what I had at my disposal. Would I ever consider having a pet in my van? No. I've been considering a small 5-gallon aquarium pet. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, where am I gonna put it? I'm looking around at where would this aquarium go. I really don't have a place for it to go. Like when I think of something like that, I need a permanent place for that pet to be. Like I don't want to be moving that aquarium around. And I really don't have a spot for it. And I don't even see where I could make a spot, honestly, as I look around. So, no, that's probably not going to happen. It would be nice to have a companion in here. I thought about getting a frog, something like that could stay in an aquarium mostly. But it also gets really hot in here. So, even though I know frogs like heat and lizards and stuff, but sometimes it's over 100 degrees in this van. So I don't know how that will work. So, and I wouldn't want to have my pet dying because it was too hot or too cool in here. I don't know what, when it's winter and I use my heating setup and it's propane, like how would that affect the pet? Like it might not be good for them. Even though I have my carbon monoxide detector, they may not be able to take any of that, the lower levels that we can deal with may not be good for an animal. So I don't know. So no. Somebody is saying, put van life back to your thumbnail. Every title back in your thumbnail, every title and keywords. In a short review of your channel, I noticed your viewership reduced when you removed it from your thumbnail. I didn't find that. My views went down way before I changed my thumbnails. So, I mean, if you saw that, then I appreciate you doing that work. But when I look at my analytics, that's not when my views went down. So, at all. So, thank you for your suggestion. But yeah, it's in my tags, it's in the keywords, it's in my description box. Anyone searching will see it. I never put it in my titles really, so yeah, I don't think that did anything. My titles always were whatever the title was. Never really put van life in my titles. Maybe of a few, like if I did a series or something. But yeah, yeah, don't know. Eve says, I'm thinking that you should come back this way and postpone until next year, perhaps, especially during your time of grief. Postpone what? Oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is. Do you still miss Arizona? Or are you enjoying your at the East Coast? Yeah, I always miss Arizona. Van life is just easier out there. Um, there are reasons to stay here, and we're dealing with something quite specific right now that's keeping us here longer than we thought. So, um, once that is done, you know, it's always an ongoing conversation. But yeah, again, I'll answer this question about Arizona and travel plans soon because it needs its own separate video so people can find it because so many people ask me that question in comments and on the live. So yeah. Mana of Onyx says Dawn of Van Life got a Jackery, and 3 people in the comments said she was the only black person they ever saw get one. Oh, well, congrats to her. Um, I'm glad they finally picked somebody because I was starting to give them a side eye, so that's a good thing. Her views have increased because she has her new van, and so they may have saw that and said, "Oh, let's use this to our advantage." And so, hey, I'm not even going to knock anybody's hustle. More power, more power, more power, more power to her, and I'm glad they finally did. So there you go. Yes, that answers my question. um, Now, did she get one? Because somebody else is saying she just picked one up in Denver. So, was it given to her to review, or did she buy one? There's a difference. Bye, Pam. Oh, Lord. Kathy says maybe if you offer to pick it up, if you need someone to pick it up for you, I'm close to Denver. Yeah, I've never seen them. I've seen them give, like, send things to people. So I don't see why you would have to pick it up. They've sent several up to Canada to Chrome. He's like on his third Jackery. So every time they upgraded, they sent him one. So I don't understand why you would have to go to Denver. Why did she have to pick hers up? I'm just saying. Maybe it's because she was coming east already, because I know she's on a trip coming east. But I mean, I'm not gonna speculate. That's not my channel. I don't know her like that. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't have any insulation. I didn't insulate this van. This van is got whatever insulation comes in a regular passenger van because this is not a cargo van. This is a conversion van that has the 4 captain's chairs and it had the couch in the back that lays down into a bed. That was all gutted out before I got it, and I put the one seat back here on the side by the. So I didn't insulate. I had never insulated any of my vehicles. So if I ever get a shuttle bus or a schoolie, I probably will insulate. But I don't feel like the regular vehicles really need it. And my plan was never to be anywhere super cold anyway to need it. And sometimes people insulate their rigs and then in the hotter months they regret it because it's not keeping the heat out, it's keeping the heat in their van. So I've had people say that it gets really hot in their van because they over insulate it and they can't cool it down. So, because none of the heat is escaping because of the insulation. So, I don't know. Oh, nice. Well, anyway, I'm glad someone is reciprocate. I mean, is getting, you know, that's awesome. Um, okay, so I'm not gonna keep talking about that person. Fine, 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 fine. That's a very sweet idea, Kelly. Uh, I appreciate you looking out for me like that. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. We've been on for 50 minutes, actually longer than I thought we would ended up being on. Thank you guys for joining me for another Saturday morning chat. I'm sorry it was a little depressing, not as exuberant as usual, but I will do a short video tomorrow about the meetup, the date change, and some of the things you need to be aware of. And Mental Health Monday is this Monday, so be prepared for that. I'm going to ask in advance that, and I'll probably ask this on the video too, but I'm going to really be raw and I'm going to really be open on this month's Mental Health Monday because of the stuff that I'm going through right now. And I'm going to ask that in the commenting that you either just not comment some of the stuff that I know is going to get commented and keep it moving, or you just reread your comment and consider how it's going to come across to me or anybody else reading it. Because sometimes text doesn't come across correctly because I can't see your face or your tone inflections. And I know me being really raw this Monday is going to shock some people, and I know I'm going to get some crap. So, anyway, I will see you guys next time. I love you so much. Thank you for all your care, concern, and love. I appreciate it. Channel partners, y'all hold it down. Even when I don't be holding up my end, I love you guys so much. I appreciate your support every single time I post something for you. Every time I don't post something for you, which I know I didn't give you your Wednesday post yet. I think I'm gonna just bypass this Wednesday's post. I didn't have it in me. But I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time.